Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Before I start the presentation, might I introduce myself? My name is Rasito. At this time, I'm going to give presentation about my paper. The title of my paper is The Effect of Project-Based Learning Model Using YouTube Social Media on Students' Emotional Intelligence. The presentation will be in 5 parts. First, I'm going to talk about introduction. Second, I'm going to talk about the purpose of research. Third, I'm going to talk about research methods. Fourth, I'm going to talk about result and discussion. And fifth, I'm going to talk about conclusion. If there is any question, please hold until the end of presentation. I will start with introduction. Emotional intelligence has a significant influence on one's success. Goldman, through his research, said that emotional intelligence accounts for 80% of determinants of a person's success, while the other 20% is determined by intellectual intelligence. It is in line with the pattern statement that people who have emotional intelligence can face challenges, make humans who are full of responsibility, productive in meeting and solving problems that are needed in the work environment. The development of emotional intelligence cannot be taught through the lecture method because emotional intelligence is an active process. One learning model relevant to the development of student emotional intelligence is a project-based learning. Project-based learning is the instructional strategy of empowering learners to pursue content knowledge on their own and demonstrating their new understanding through a variety of modes. Project-based learning cannot be done face-to-face due to COVID-19 pandemic. So, researchers use YouTube as a learning tool. Through this media, students can upload their products. This learning is applied to the entrepreneur theme in 6th grade of SD Negeri 3 Rawaheng. Second, I want to explain about the purpose of research. The study aims to determine the effect of project-based learning model using social media YouTube on students' emotional intelligence in learning entrepreneur themes. Third, research methods. This type of research is pre-experiment. In this experimental design, there is no control variable or control class, and it is not chosen randomly. It is said to be pre-experimental design because the design is not a safer experiment. The research design used was one group pretest post-test because the research wanted to know the increase in student emotional intelligence before and after the treatment. The data collection technique used was to collect data from the pretest and post-test score of emotional intelligence, carried out before and after each research group was given treatment. From this data, the normalized score gain data is obtained with the following formula. Normal gain equal post-test score minus pre-test score divided by maximum score minus pre-test score. After we get the normal gain score, next we get criteria for normalization gain by Hake. In this table, we can see that if the normal gain is more than or equal to 0.7, then the criteria is high. If the normal gain more than 0.3 and less than 0.7, the criteria is moderate. If the normal gain less than 0.3, the criteria is low. Fourth, I want to talk about result in discussion. From this table, average value of pretest, posttest, average, significant, gain, normal gain, and category, it can be seen that the result of the emotional intelligence test of students on the entrepreneur STEM have an average posttest 82.29. This shows that the post-test mean score of student emotional intelligence significantly increased above the pre-test score of 68, with a gain score of 14.29 and a normalized gain score of 0.65 in the moderate category or medium category. The summary of description of normalized gain score per emotional intelligence indicator. There are 5 indicators emotional intelligence. First, recognizing self-motivation. Second, manage emotion. Third, motivate yourself. Fourth, recognizing other people's emotion. And fifth, build relationship. Based on the data shown, about the description of normalized gain score per indicator of emotional intelligence, it can be explained that the hands of recognizing self-emotion, managing emotion, and building relationship are included in the moderate criteria. Meanwhile, indicators of self-motivation and identifying the feelings of others are included in the high standard. Fifth, the last part of presentation, I want to talk about conclusion. Based on the result of the research that has been done, it can be concluded that there are differences in students' emotional intelligence between before and after using a project-based learning model using social media YouTube on the entrepreneur theme. The difference in emotional intelligence can be seen in the increase in knowledge and gain score with an average indicator of 0.65 in the moderate category. The increase in students' emotional intelligence can be found in each hand with the highest growth in self-motivating hands with an average in gain of 0.75. While the lowest increase is in indicator aspect of managing emotion with an average end gain of 0.62. That's my presentation about the effect of project-based learning model using YouTube social media on students' emotional intelligence. Thanks for your attention.